All right, so these are your notes on pronouns. So the first thing that we have to look at with our pronouns is that pronouns have antecedents. So an antecedent is the noun that a pronoun replaces. For example, Beth is my friend, she is nice. Our pronoun would be she. The antecedent that the pronoun is replacing is Beth. So you can ask yourself, who or what is the pronoun replacing? That would be your antecedent. The next thing we have to look at are personal pronouns. So a personal pronoun is a word used to take the place of a noun. For example, Beth is my friend, she is nice. Our personal pronoun is she. In the example above, same thing. My antecedent would be Beth. So she is replacing Beth. The pronoun is replacing my antecedent. Then we have demonstrative, relative, and interrogative pronouns. So demonstrative pronouns, they direct attention to a specific person, place, or thing. Demonstrative, they demonstrate, they direct attention. For example, some of your demonstrative or all of your demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, and those. They direct your attention. They demonstrate what it's talking about. This desk, that chair, these shoes, those tables. So think demonstrative. It's pointing you to a specific noun. Then we have a relative. A relative pronoun creates a complex sentence. A relative pronoun begins a subordinate clause and connects it to another idea in the sentence, which creates that complex sentence. Your complex sentence typically starts with your A White buswords. You might be familiar with those. Excuse me. So some of your relative all of your relative pronouns, that, which, who, whom, and whose. There are other subordinate conjunctions that make up your A White buswords, but as far as your relative pronouns, that, which, who, whom, and whose are what's going to start your subordinate clause. So, tips for relative pronoun. Does it start with a subordinate clause? And remember, a subordinate clause is going to start with the relative pronoun. It's going to have a noun and a verb, and it can be taken out of the sentence, and the sentence will still make sense. That's how you know if the pronoun is functioning as a relative pronoun. If it is an interrogative pronoun, it's going to start a question, and then obviously the question is going to end in a question mark. So if the sentence starts with any of these interrogative pronouns, what, which, who, whom, and whose, and it ends in a question mark, that's easy. It's automatically going to be interrogative. Tip for an interrogative pronoun, is it a question? Does it start with an interrogative pronoun and end with a question mark? Then it's an interrogative pronoun. The last one, indefinite pronouns. They refer to people, places, or things, often without specifying which ones. So they're not definite. Indefinite means not definite. There's no specific answer as to who you're actually talking about. Indefinite pronouns typically do not have an antecedent. For example, everyone knows that insects like hot weather. Okay, everyone. Who's everyone? Well, everyone. There's no specific answer as to who. Okay, so they are very vague. There's no specific number or name. And look for those key words that are your indefinite pronouns that can be found on your worksheets.